So I want to give a shout out to these guys for a couple of reasons. One is actually one reason I probably don't need to is that in the US many people have the ability to advertise as well as give their comments on little restaurants, and so because of that, it's not like I need to do this so that they'll get more business. But anyway, Six-Toed Cat here on Whitehead Street in Key West. The reason I want to do that is I got a water and I use their restroom, but the other thing was the guy was very gracious and complimented me on my shirt a few times, which is, if you don't know, I've done a video on it before, but foulfashion.com. Now, the reason I bring that up is because I've been trying to figure out a way to get this company to distribute more in the United States. And so I've toyed with the idea of actually buying the company. And I think that's actually what I'm gonna do. The other reason is that, if you don't know, Key West is similar to Provincetown, which is at the end of Cape Cod in Massachusetts, for a number of reasons. One, you could argue that the city of Key West, the city of Provincetown, potentially San Francisco, even though San Francisco is huge, but a lot of people sort of associate that with having a very large gay community. And that would be the case here. The funny thing is that what's also common is the fact that it's sort of like at the end of the road. So like Provincetown is at the end of Cape Cod, Key West is at the end of the world down here in the Florida Keys. But also the real estate is expensive. It's very touristy. They have these hop on and hop off the live narrated trolley tours, which we have in San Diego too. But in Provincetown is where I bought this shirt originally, and they had their own brick and mortar store. And then I found out about the product, and then noticed that they had a website. Emailed them and got a distribution list. At one time, they were only selling in a few countries, and when I contacted them, they were just beginning to have a distribution center in the middle of the US. Because, as you might guess, having a website and allowing people in the US to buy your products, but not having the ability to get it to them in less than 2 days, people in the US quickly lose interest. Because we're not only are we used to, 2-day free shipping from Amazon, we're now used to 2-hour shipping from Amazon. So the instant gratification, it just gets higher and higher on the expectation list. But that brings me back to Foul Fashion, which is like, this is the kind of city where I bought this originally. And I mean, full retail price. I mean, and here you could absolutely sell it for a very, very similar retail price. Meaning, I think retail, these are like $99, right? Online, I think they're like $69. And if you don't know, the majority of clothing, fashion, it's a 100 to 200% markup. So the majority of the clothes that you'll see, especially in like sort of boutique shops, not necessarily Macy's and that sort of thing, but the little boutique shops, if you see a pair of jeans for $100, traditionally that means the place paid 50 or less for them. So like if they have Diesel or 7 for All Mankind and True Religion, that sort of thing, pretty much it's a 100% markup. So anyway, I just wanted to touch on that, and thank you to Six Paws. I got their address, and there's a part of me that really wants to send that guy a shirt. He's about the same size as me, so I think this is an extra large, because he was really cool. In fact, here's what was funny. He said, "Oh, you should sell that shirt to me," and I'm like, "Yeah, I'll sell you the shirt off my back." And normally, I could use $100, but I don't mind walking around naked certainly in Key West where it's warm out. But the shirt actually has sentimental value to me, because if you saw my other video, you know that I had this hole in the silly thing down here and saved it for like 2 years before I finally had it with me, and I purposely bought it back to Southeast Asia during my trip, thinking, okay, well, I'll go to some tailor in Thailand and get this repaired for like $1 or $2. So instead of it being $100, it'll now be a $102 shirt. But after going to the Philippines, it is now a $100.40 shirt, because if you recall, that's what they charge to put the patch on. So yes, this is a keeper. So anyway, there you go, and the update from Six Paws here in Key West, Florida. And it's Mike saying, I hope you're living the dream, because if you're not living the dream, you're doing it wrong.